Hi, everyone. It's Will. Just wanted to give you a quick update. Hope everything is going well with you. Just going to look at the budget as how I have progressed over the time frame in general, so it can give you an idea of where I'm at currently. Go ahead and share my screen. All right, so this is the budget that I put together because it's an important part of doing velocity banking. You want to have a budget so you know your major numbers, which would be your income, your expenses, your cash flow, what you have left over after you pay your bills from your income and your expenses, and maybe just your overall debt. So starting in January of 2024, my income net after taxes in California, 3,389. Now it has progressed to where I'm at now. Going into August, I'm now starting to put some of my investments into the HELOC now that I have a larger line in comparison to where I started with the credit cards. Trying to keep track of all my reward points so that they'd be also built in. Rent, 1,276. Utilities, averaging seem like about 400 a month. I have a different category in terms of the credit expenses. And this is one of the parts where areas that I really wanted to zoom in on. These are all my credit cards. Let's see how many I had at that particular time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 cards. I pared them down. When I started looking at velocity banking and trying to get credit, one of the things that I was denied by a number of individuals, companies, and organization, I had too many consumer finance companies on my credit report. And those are, from what I research on the internet, companies that provide personal loans, small loans, general loans. But I had, as you can see, Capital One, Discover, Fingerhut. Yeah, when you get a chance, look up consumer finance companies and see if you have them on your credit report. So when I started in January, was doing about I had 2,300, a little over 2,300. Right now in August, looks to be about 305. That's projecting it. Also have my other monthly expenses, 2 properties, pledged loans from Navy Federal that I took out to increase my credit. And you can see here in May, I started paying on the HELOC when I got it. Okay, automobile expenses, insurance. With the HELOC, I was able to pay off the Kia in full. And here are just daily expenses that I come across, and I'm trying to keep track of: dry cleaning, going to Dollar Tree, CVS, maybe overkill. I need to consolidate it into more categories. In looking at my expenses, I took all the categories: the housing expense, credit expenses, then I subtracted them from my monthly income. So for that first month, I was negative in the hole, 1,500. So I started velocity banking in the negative, and it has wavered in between positive and negative over the last 7 months that I've been practicing it. Some of this comes from having large items that I didn't put into the budget, but I will, like 6 months of insurance. I'm paying that ahead of time so that I can save on that. Registration for vehicles. I didn't have that in the budget, so I'm gonna start planning for that in general. So just some things that come up in general that push you or push me over the limit. All right. So as you can see, I did some damage, particularly to the credit card situation, in which I really wanted to look at today. Um, Going from 23, 437, 695, 493. So it's been slowly coming down in general. And the dust hadn't really settled for July, so we'll see where that goes. All right. Hope you're having a great day today. Jump on into this PowerPoint. So just again, my name is Will, aka Dr. Financial Literacy. Happy to see you all here today. What is velocity banking to me? And there's a number of definitions. So even as a researcher, I've been trying to get definitions of velocity banking, and there are a number of velocity banking definitions on the side of critics and also on the side of advocates. For me, velocity banking is a method of using a line of credit. I started with credit cards or someone else's money as a strategy to reduce debt, and I've graduated to a HELOC, which is higher. Uh, this was the income. Again, $3,390 is my take-home pay for the entire month. Every 2 weeks, about $1,696. My expenses now are about $4,800. I've included the investments and what it's taken me to generate income from the investments, and also the trip that I took to Japan and Taiwan. That's in there also. Cash flow now is about 590, so it's up 200. And my debts, as we saw yesterday, average around about 320,000 across the three bureaus. Um, this is just general rehash. I would like for you to know and help to understand the credit that I'm working on. Also, it's important to have a budget. What velocity banking looks like in the real world through me, how interest is calculated. We've talked about that, and how to look at, you want to pay attention maybe to the score that they have of you. Traditionally, I was getting my money from my employer, going to the bank, paying bills, and debt, and whatever was left over remained in the bank, where I was receiving, I think, of about 10 to 5 cents, maybe a quarter. As of now, I pretty much have zeroed out my accounts, so I really just use them as a conduit to move money. For now, what I'm doing is getting my check from my employer, putting it onto one of the debts that I have, a line of credit in general, and just working through that line of credit and putting my check, my entire check on there. Particularly if the credit card that I'm trying to pay down has cash advance or convenience checks. I've used those as strategies to kind of speed up the process. And I think it has worked out well for me. So as of today, these are the credit cards that I had. If we just saw earlier, there was approximately 14 credit cards. I paired, there's still other ones on there, but they are zero. And I think I pared it down to maybe 11 accounts now. So this is what I have now. Current balances, Wells Fargo, American Express, BOA, Navy Federal, and then BOA again. My monthly payments generally are $282.11, and the total balance across these 5 cards, 12,929. When I started this journey, I think it was probably maybe 25 to 30,000 plus in credit cards. So I've been able to knock out maybe 15 to 19,000 in 7 months. But again, it wasn't just my paycheck going in. I've used a number of different strategies, some hits, some miss, in general, to bring down that debt. So it just wasn't just velocity banking in general. All right. All right, that's what I wanted to do is just jump on in here and give you a quick update. Today also marks, I think, or maybe tomorrow, because they really haven't given me a clear date of when the statement date closes for the HELOC. So I'm excited. I think it may be on the 8th or maybe it's going to be tonight. So I'm super excited because I really was active in moving money in, moving out money out, transferring, writing check, just doing all kind of things to the HELOC to test it out, to further along to see how it's going. So thank you very much for stopping by. This has been Will, your local political economist. Have a great day, everyone.